Red Ray Gun Limited presents
The Benji and Nick Show.
Hello.
Goodbye.
Things happen to all who listen to the Benji and Nick Show.
It's a tradition. We like to greet everybody. Yes, we do.
Goodness.
Well, Loch Ness, quite frankly.
There you go.
That's what I think. Well, for those of you who don't know what we are human beings, two of us to be precise, and we talk about telly. In particular, old telly, don't we?
Old telly. The old telly on the tip down the road.
Oh, yeah, that old one down there. It's a Grundig, isn't it? Apparently, Ferguson. You remember Ferguson? Yeah, they're making a comeback in the telly market.
Are they really?
Saw an advert that said, "We're back. Television's made in Great Britain." Ferguson, yeah. Well, that'd be interesting, wouldn't it?
Was Grundig a British company as well?
I don't know. I mean, it certainly sounds it. Grundig. Let's have a look. Grundig.
Anyway, well,
German,
Benji,
Deutsch.
Oh, it's German, Deutsch. Oh, wow. That people weren't like that in this country anymore. Strange things going on here. So what we often do is we randomly subject randomness. We spontaneously select something to watch.
We do.
And then we watch it before the next podcast, and then we talk about it in the next podcast. And we also read out your emails sent to podcast@nicholasbriggs.com, and we also talk about what we've been watching that particular week. And another thing we do, which we've done once now, is we do a commentary, and we did it for the Doctor Who story Death to the Daleks, episode 1, starring John Pertwee as the third Doctor, and some Daleks. And if anyone knows anything, if any of you listening know anything about the Benji and Nick Show, you know that Benji and I are a bit obsessed with Death of the Daleks.
Certainly are. Stop. Don't move. That's exactly how he says it as well. Stop. Don't move.
He held the moment. So, in a surprise move, we're going to do a special commentary of Death to the Daleks. I can never say it. It's the curse of my love of it.
Death to the Daleks.
Death to the Daleks.
Death to the Daleks.
Episode 2 we're going to do.
We certainly are. I mean, just before
that was me opening the DVD.
Oh, I like that noise. That's the noise of a good time, isn't it? The DVD being cracked open.
Opening up the DVD drive. Getting the DVD out. Putting it into the drive. There we go. What's it doing? Sounded like a fail to me. But
not today.
Not doing it.
Well, for those of you who perhaps just want to press on, it's making some good noises now. We can tell you a quick recap of what happened last time. Well, the Doctor and Sarah, they landed on some planet, didn't they? Planet Exelon, to be precise. Very dark.
Some planet.
Some old planet. Having power problems, weren't they? It makes that noise. Yeah, that's the irony. To entertain, BBC going on there. Yeah, Doctor goes exploring, bumps into some bloke with a bag on his head, gets captured. Sarah encounters one in the TARDIS, but she whacks it. Yeah. Doctor goes off, meets a few people, Scotsman, bloke with an injured head, a woman and another man. Dirty wee fighters. Where you been hiding, man? They go back to a little tent, which is actually not a tent. It's sort of made of solid stuff. It's like a big triangle built into the cliffs. CSO. And CSO, yes. They eat a pretty rubbish meal. John Pertwee, you don't think he even finishes it. He takes one spoonful.
With mashed potato and peas, we think.
We think it must be. He didn't like it anyway. Very, very disrespectful. Should have finished it. Really.
Because the relief ship.
Quick, it's here. Look. So they run off.
Get into the right position for the camera.
Quickly.
Jill Tarrant readjusts herself and looks straight at the camera to check where she is.
Just in case you didn't get that they're looking for the ship. See, Sarah stumbles upon a big glowing building, doesn't she? Which we think is a city. And
that's got Dave written on the side of it in glowing letters.
So I think it must have been either built by or belonged to someone called Dave. Perhaps it's Dave Benson Phillips of Get Your Own Back. Or alternatively...
I don't even know what that means.
Well, that's a story for another time, Nick.
Write in and let us know, folks, to podcast@nicholasbriggs.com.
But the cliffhanger we were is the Daleks, they came out of their ship, which looks like a saucepan. They fire the guns, which go...
The Earth creatures are to be exterminated. Fire at my command.
Wait a minute, you can't. Total extermination, fire, fire, fire.
John Pertwee covers Jill's face.
Yes.
Yes, look at my frilly shirt instead of Daleks killing you.
Marvellous. Well, that's Sapphire and Steel, of course. Old Steele's dressed like John Pertwee for the whole episode. Anyway, so that's where we're at. That's episode 1 in a nutshell. Now it's time for part 2, I believe.
So I've got up the menu here. So all you have to do is just click on the part 2 icon, don't you? And off it goes. Is that right?
That's correct, yeah. Should we do a countdown?
Yeah, you do it.
Okay. 3.
So it'll be 3, 2, 1, click, won't it?
3, 2, 1, click. Not 3, 2, 1, and don't click on the 1. 3, 2, 1, give it the time, click. 3, 2, 1, click.
Has it started?
Just has.
Nah. Yep.
Yeah.
Same here. We're synced.
We're synced.
Ooh. There we are, that lovely title sequence. Often forgotten, the slit scan, John Pertwee title sequence. Now look, bottom left, okay? Bottom left, keep looking, and there you'll see just as it goes off there.
Oh,
there's
yeah!
a blob. Yeah,
What's
and the blob's
that?
just gone.
Oh, I've never noticed that. I've never noticed that.
There's a little bit of folded plastic, I think. By Terry Nation. It is.
Look at those Daleks.
The creatures are to be exterminated. Wait a minute, you can't. I'm just going to quote everything. This is Sing Along a Death to the Daleks. I'm just going to... I love John Pertwee's little peep there. I'm not being fried alive.
Oh, good Lord. His eyes, his wonderful eyes. Weaponry malfunction.
If you get it into your head that John Pertwee thought the Daleks were a bit naff in this, it kind of undermines the whole story, yeah.
By this point, he well and truly hates them, doesn't he? He's done 2 stories.
See, look, the close-up is of the wrong Dalek. The one that says "keep away" isn't centrally in the shot. So even the director doesn't know which Dalek's speaking.
Well, it's very chaotic. I mean, like you can see like bits of the domes as well are popping up now and again, and
yeah, that's quite a high shot over the Daleks, isn't it? They're looking down on him there.
It's quite an oddly shot sort of sequence, really. I suppose it's all so that we don't...
See, look, that one on the left is talking and the one that's looking isn't. I think there's been a lack of communication between the director, the floor manager, and the guys in the Daleks, so they've assumed the wrong thing.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of fighting to not get that spaceship backdrop in, isn't it? It's a lot of... Look how pulled in and close it all is. Yeah.
Well, because it's CSO, isn't it?
Yeah.
The 3 Daleks go off to talk to the Dalek that's not got an operator in it.
I love that when there's the outtake with the Daleks actually whispering, and it sounds terrible.
They tried it, didn't they?
They'll sort of talk like this. Yes, and then there goes
My father died in the Dalek Wars, he says. I hate the idea of working with them. This is where the Doctor goes on about how clever the Daleks are, which I always... There he is. Yeah. Yeah, but it doesn't count because you're very bad in this scene.
1 man, 10 million will die. Yeah, but he's still my dad. Oh, look at this.
Million.
I love this. Now, I'll tell you one thing that I can't remember, but you never actually see them find the entrance to these catacombs, do you? They just sort of
just jump over something.
There's just... Oh, there's the priest, the high priest. Does he have like a red tinge to him, or is that just the fire?
That was just the fire.
Nothing
He's
special.
He's scared of the wee salt shakers. That's what he says. Yes!
Favourite
line. God, he doesn't look well, does he, Galloway?
Well, I was just thinking he looks perfect. He looks like he's stranded on a planet. The other two kind of don't. They look like they've had a good shower and they're a bit scruffy.
Yeah. But he does look unwell, though. He's not well, Galloway.
Yeah, he's not a well man.
Did Pertwee ever wear that jacket in another story? Is this a... Look, it's so obvious that Dalek's not the dead Dalek there.
Yeah.
That one there. Why aren't you moving?
See, they'd get away with it if they just weren't as animated. They're going crazy. The other one's like, oh.
I mean, I like the way they're moving, but they're trying to distract from the fact that the other one's moving.
My favourite one is in
it.
Planet of the Daleks, where there's just that Dalek in the background doing absolutely nothing for a good 2.5 minute long scene.
Well, we all know someone like that in our office, don't we? Which is, everyone has someone like that at work who does nothing. It just moves paper clips around on the table, just going.
Clock out at 5.
Did you John Pertwee's jacket?
I don't know. I can't think of anything. Maybe Planet of the Spiders, but maybe not. I don't know. I mean, I'm the wrong person to ask, man. I'm colourblind.
You're the only one here. Look at that, peas all over the floor.
You think the
Exelons have got no respect for peas?
They've left him a flower on his.
Yeah.
Now, this is one of my favourite sequences in all the Doctor Who, but you can see quite clearly under the Daleks that they've got some kind of extra bit added up to make them for the rails.
You can see the tracks. Look how cold their faces are. Look, Pertwee looks like his eyes are watering with cold.
It looks
what
horrible.
am I doing in Dorset in the middle of November or whatever?
The only people doing all right are probably those inside the Daleks.
Yeah.
See, that front Dalek looks surprisingly dormant.
Yes. It's a very... I'm standing here waiting to get shot.
Very much so, isn't it?
Yes. It's a very long music-only sequence, isn't it? This is the first full episode of Doctor Who that I recorded the sound of. Right, I love this bit. The Doctor... Right, here we go. Help me with him, help me, she says. Meanwhile, someone's dug a hole. Hear what the Doctor says.
I love his run.
Watch this. Listen. Nah, it's not good. Doesn't give a damn.
So good. No, it's no good. He's dead.
Nah, it's so cold on this location. I just want to grab the woman and run for it.
I love the...
who dug the hole?
Well, that was the Dalek, wasn't it?
Well, they've got their guns aren't working.
Yeah, but it has a special spade attachment. You just can't see it.
I mean, it's just so blatant. A big hole has been dug there. That annoys me.
Those arrows don't look like they could do any damage, do they? They're really pathetic.
Well, that said, the story is that they had an archer just shooting those arrows at them. But just expert archers, so they weren't actually in danger of being hit. It's a lovely shot.
Well, they're not sharp arrows, though, surely.
Well, that looked good. That was just someone. That was just someone shooting it. That bloke there on the left. Those spears are bent. They're warped. Those spears. Look, a hole there. Why have they got a hole?
Definitely made with some kind of digger, by the looks of it.
I love the way he just puts his arm down and reveals the arrow that was there all the time.
I love his groan.
Yeah, the old Exelons are great.
But there is something aliens. Tribal about them. The way they all get worked up. It's sort of they're relatively believable foes. I think.
I think they're good.
Oh, here's the money shot. The money shot. This is it, isn't it? This is where the budget went.
Exterminate. Off he goes. It's a very confusing view the Daleks have, isn't it? That everything's sort of reflected down a tube. No wonder they're cross.
Dreadful. They're going to just put some black tape on the tube. But come on, we've all. Let's say we've all done it. But here we go.
The camera has to pull back in case the cameraman gets blown up, and then the metal of the Dalek catches fire.
I always remember that Christmas with the
John Pertwee's bald spot.
Oh,
there we go.
Hiding that away with his lovely hair. But I remember at Christmas, whenever you had like the wrapping paper, you'd always look. I used to look through it with one eye and pretend to do that shot.
Did you? And that bit with the Dalek exploding was used in the trailer that evening. Tonight on BBC One, and they played that bit of the Dalek blowing up.
What, on the same day, or would you?
Yeah. That was the trailer.
Good trailer to have. I would have watched it, wouldn't you?
Yeah, well, I did. Give yourselves up. He sounds like a sort of voiceover for an advert, doesn't he? Give yourselves a treat. Nip down the local shop.
Get some fish fingers and spears.
And a bloody bandage.
John Pertwee there going, I just want to go home. Right, come on then.
This location's too cold. Let's get back to the studio.
No,
No, I definitely think this is a unique jacket for this episode. Just like Planet of the Daleks, that jacket he wore in that, he only wore it in that episode. I was reminded by Mark Gatiss' clang. Because Mark's got that jacket, he bought it at auction, and Peter Capaldi and I dressed up in it in Peter Capaldi's caravan trailer.
Peter must have looked slightly like him at that point, because he got the sort of longer grey Pertwee-like hair by this point. So you should have given really Peter a ring. He could have come and watched this with us. He would have liked it, I think.
I know, he loves Death to the Daleks. He told me he thought Death to the Daleks episode 1 was one of the best Doctor Who first episodes. But yes, as I say, this is the first one I recorded. I didn't record episode 1 because I thought there won't be any Daleks in it. So I recorded this, so every time I watch it, I get that tension of worrying that someone's going to make a noise while it's going on.
So it must have been very smoky in there with all that going on and all the candles being lit. I mean, they've done a very good job, haven't they? Sarah there, Liz does quite a good job as well, I think, in this scene.
Sarah. I love this bit of music when he dashes in. I am a voiceover.
I love that.
And there he goes. Oh, look, Terry Walsh, full face there. We saw Terry Walsh. Yeah, he's not got a bald spot on his wig there, so you know it's not John Pertwee.
You know it's not the old Pertman.
Ooh, gets basically beaten up by a whole race of people here. Stop tickling!
but just a bunch of bald men with bags for outfits, or sacks of potatoes. I love the way they shove the Daleks in the cell as well. Get in there.
Well, they've not got guns, but look, I love the way the Daleks are just drifting around and kind of a bit boring in here. Yeah. I've seen that bit of wall before.
Yeah.
Yeah, sat bloke looking at me. I think I'll go look over here. No, nothing.
No, nothing. Not worth it, is it? She's giving him an Indian head massage.
Especially requested by John Pertwee, I've no doubt.
Yeah, for quite.
She's an exceptionally beautiful woman.
She's got Pac-Man on her shirt there, on her jacket.
He's eating a bit of apple or something, isn't he?
No, don't cry.
Oh dear, the Doctor attacked their High Priest.
What a fool he is. Oh, you just see it looked like, I think it must have been the camera, it looked like the bars of the prison moved.
Oh really?
I think it was just the camera.
Okay. This is where we get the first inkling that Galloway's a bit of a so-and-so. I would so.
He's a bit of a traitor.
I was. See, I know these lines before they come.
Too bad.
Just. There we are. Bit of reverb on the Daleks there.
These are one of the most modulation light in terms of hertz, aren't they? It's very like 20 hertz going on here.
Yeah. But you see, because Michael Wisher had such an innately interesting voice, I think they get away with it, actually.
It's fine. I love these Daleks, and I love the ones in Planet of the Daleks. Got no problem with these voices.
The where the flies in a very large jar of
nasty ointment.
Nasty, yeah, whatever it is. Yeah, I used to love that.
Flies in a very nasty.
I still do.
Nasty or something like that. Yeah, great.
Sticky poo. They never get it right. Which Dalek is speaking in terms of the one with the orange
lights?
When I speak, there is always reverb.
Yes, and it clips on the microphone slightly.
Yeah, that Dalek with the red ears, the orange ears. It's sometimes the leader and sometimes it isn't. They don't. I think it would be good if it was the leader.
This is where a separate.
There, isn't it?
Oh, it really is. This is where a separate coloured. There's the little TARDIS and a little bit of wire. I love it. Oh.
For ages, I thought
Weaponry.
they said TARDIS model destroyed.
My favourite line was it. Primitive weaponry. What was it? Marginally. No, primitive weaponry. Moderately efficient. That's it.
I couldn't understand that line for years either. They're just about to say it.
Primitive weaponry, moderately efficient.
They've just completely mullered them.
That was BB guns going
moderately. How much more efficient did you want? Did you want their heads to explode or something? It
just gave them a little touch there. There's wonderful rubber gloves. That are definitely ones that you'd use over the kitchen sink.
You two go first.
Yeah, this is
the
where
Daleks are very active in this, aren't they? They're always moving around. I like that.
Sorry, I was going to say this is with going back to your comment. This is where a different coloured lead Dalek, or even a black dome would be helpful.
It would, wouldn't it?
Or just the lights, as we've got there, different coloured lights. For years I thought these Daleks were sort of sand-coloured, but they're not. It's the reflections of everything around them that makes them that colour, and they're silver, aren't they? For years I thought they always had a slight yellowy tinge.
Good Lord, I didn't. Because I saw it in black and white when I first watched it, so they just look like traditionally silver Daleks to me. This is a lovely little scene here, isn't it?
I don't think I heard that.
Yeah. Terry Nation always puts this sort of little bit of treachery and egotism in. I think Doctor Who works really well when you have characters who turn bad and, Yeah.
His face. Not happy, is he?
I want to be king.
I wonder whether we ought to find out the career of the guy who plays Commander Bleeding Face.
Stewart, isn't it? Commander Stewart, isn't it?
Oh, look at that death face, isn't that? That's really disturbing.
It's horrible. It's no teeth. He looks like he really is dead, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's good dead acting. And you get over the problem of his flickering eyelids, because everyone's eyelids flicker when you close them. That Galloway just sticks his fingers right on his lids, doesn't it? You imagine that actor's thinking, that actually hurts.
So
can we cut away from...
Stop it now. His name's Neil Seiler.
And what else has he done? I want to find out that he's played major Shakespearean tragic heroes. Oh, that smoke machine stinks. I've burnt Barry Lett's socks in there.
Oh, look at that! The camera there going funny because of the tech being used.
Yes. I tell you, this scene sounds much better than it looks. It sounds so spectacular on audio. And yet it's just a couple of shots of extras running around. Now, look, they just jump over the fire. Here they go. In answer to your earlier query. Yeah.
They're off. Right, bye. And they're safe now.
Luckily, no one saw them because of a bit of smoke.
That Exelon, though, when it's going down the bars, is really quite frightening, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
I can confirm that Commander Stewart, Neil Seiler, he stopped acting in 1975. So what, a year after this, isn't it?
He just stopped, but in the middle of a scene, he just stopped.
He just stopped, yeah. He played Arthur Pugh in Days of Hope. He was in Softly Softly.
Right.
Z-Cars, Crown Court he did before.
Right.
He was in the Sea Devils as well as a radio operator.
Oh, the guy at the beginning who gets killed, of course. Yeah. It's Michael Bryant directed both these stories.
Must have been a mate.
Yeah.
Daleks are back in control.
Still the command Dalek with the orange ears. I love this scene where Galloway is trying to behave like he's in with them and the Dalek is totally ignoring him, and eventually the Dalek basically says, "Shut up!" at the end, doesn't he? He's going, yeah. It's like trying to have a discussion with Hitler, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, yeah, Hitler. That's a good idea, Hitler. Yeah.
Shut up.
Now listen here. If I had a gun, I would shoot you, is what that Dalek's saying there.
I just love it with Michael Wisher's voice when he goes really high like that.
Yeah.
We are in command.
Yeah, it's brilliant, Michael. I loved his Dalek voices. I had great fondness for Michael Wisher.
You knew him personally, didn't you?
I knew him personally. Yes.
Personally?
He had a tendency to tell rather long anecdotes whilst smoking cigarettes. Yeah. Oh. Something that lives down the time. You see, this is Terry Nation brilliant structuring of a spooky, exciting plot. Escape from danger into more danger. It's a classic technique, and it just works every single time. I love it.
You think you're safe, but you're not. I'll tell you who is doing a great job is Liz. When you look at her, she really is giving it, you can sense the fear.
Definitely. She's got nothing to work with. The character at this stage is so underwritten, but she's just giving it everything.
I love how depressed that high priest is.
The character was always underwritten.
Guess I'm out the job. Oh yeah, definitely. But that's what makes her so fantastic, isn't it? She well and truly goes for it.
I love it when he says, "This is the bit you're not going to like," and she says, "I haven't liked any of it so far." See, these are the great, lovely moral dilemmas here in the script. Really good stuff.
Those Exelons in the background shaking the cage. You
This
just
is
want
the
to.
bit you're not going to like. That's good. Yes, the guys in the background. Yeah,
they're shaking it, but you just want to say to them, put in a bit more effort. You could have that wall down in about a minute.
Oh, lovely zoom in. The creatures that live down there.
There's like the some sort of subterranean wind effect, I think.
Yes. Myself chiefly. So we're just going to repeat the lines. It's just getting ridiculous.
Just a bunch of geeks, isn't it?
Oh, I love that. I remember I was watching this on my own and just really, when I first saw it, just loving all these Daleks going down darkened catacombs. It was just the business.
I think, this is the first proper Doctor Who I ever saw. So this really is, for me, this is my... that wonderful reach.
Bit of coaxial projection of the light there, yeah. Ooh.
Arnold Yarrow, absolutely, really, no matter what you say about him, whether you like Bilal or not, you cannot say that he doesn't try hard and give it his all.
I love Bilal.
He should have, the companion that we really should have had.
I'm your new companion.
Yes, well,
Jumping Jehoshaphat.
Well, watch your step. Now put on that hat and coat. They won't notice you.
Bilal in a hat and coats.
Having to wandering around. I think they've fallen. Put on a beard and they'll never know.
Now listen, Bilal, we've arrived in 1945 in New York. You'll fit right in.
If anybody asks, you have a horrible skin condition.
Could I have a bourbon and ice on the rocks? I think I'm getting away with it.
I rather like it here. Yeah, well, quite.
So Sarah's consented to be left in the dark.
A bit of a grim thing to.
Oh, I love that.
This is so good. Love it.
Unfortunately, the commentary just consisted entirely of Nick and Benji getting very excited.
Overly excited. Oh, what was that?
Who put the candles out? That's what I want to know. And why don't they think of that?
Is it somebody's birthday?
It's the subterranean wind effect's birthday.
It's a rather nasty root. It looks a bit like a vacuum cleaner.
Yes, well, it's just
And you ought
annoyed
to see
because
it
I
when
forgot
it's
to
on
write him a
location.
card.
Happy birthday, dear root.
Oh,
Yeah, what?
I love it
I'm
when
not that
he
ugly,
sort of
so-
chases her in a circle later on.
He's looking at it like, wow, what rubbish special effect have they conjured up for me this week?
You can see the string, although one.
There's a hook. There's a hook on
There's
top.
a hook on-
John Pertwee there, slightly appalled by the pretty pass that things have come to.
Thank God I'm leaving this year.
Yes, well, it doesn't matter a damn to me. I'm off. I've got 2 weeks in Bermuda.
I wonder if he knew at this point
I suppose.
that he was going.
Who knows? I mean, I imagine he must have, because he must have, surely. Because they made.
I don't know where-
I was always of the opinion that Planet of the Spiders was like a bit of a swan song. You know, we're going to give him a real send off with all the stuff that we love. You know, he loves all the vehicles and stuff. So I imagine that surely they must have by this point have been planning it all.
I suppose so. I'm just trying to work out when it was that, he asked for too much money.
Yeah. TMM. Well, there we have it. That was part 2 of Death to the Daleks. What fun. I mean, you only have to hear it in our voices to know that we thoroughly enjoy watching that.
Right. And I must just mention that if you do have the DVD, please do watch Beneath the City of the Exilons, because it's the behind-the-scenes documentary, and it's got me in it quite a lot.
Certainly has.
Yeah.
Playing miming the flute, I believe, or the recorder. Is it world's biggest Death to the Daleks fan? I think it says.
That's the caption underneath me. Yes.
It can't be better. Can't get better than that. Cannot get better than
and
that.
I also did all the Dalek voices for the
Oh gosh, yes, it had
for all the announcements.
great fun though. What a story! What a story! One of those things I just thoroughly enjoy it. It's just superb.
What's not to like? Well, you won't be surprised to hear that at some point we're going to do episode 3, but we're going to keep you in suspense about that for a while.
Certainly, it's sort of that's the way it sort of works around here. Is that we'll say it won't be too long because I know a lot of people are asking, but you'll have to wait and see.
Probably about 3 weeks' time, I'm guessing. Although we're gonna have a little do at my place in my flat, aren't we? You, Jamie, and me. We're gonna have a meal and
lads'
maybe
night.
a couple of glasses of orange squash, and we
Little
might
angel
record.
cake.
We might record a podcast there, and maybe you can learn about some recipes as well.
It's a good
I might
idea.
make some chocolate biscuits.
Oh, that'd be nice. Yeah.
I learned to do that the other week with my son. Yeah.
Did you? Were they nice?
They were very nice, but I ate too many of them.
Oh, that's the problem with biscuits. You see, you have one, they're all gone, aren't they?
Well, I also found that if you just did a really huge biscuit but slightly undercooked it, it's a great brownie because it's got like a melted centre.
But what happens if it's too undercooked? Then you'll be in the lavatory, won't you, for quite a long time?
No.
Next thinking, I did have a dodgy day the next day.
That was the Chinese, I think. Yeah.
I've gotten really into making flatbread at the moment. That's my thing. I'm obsessed.
I like bumpy bread.
Well, yeah, you can't have it always, though, can you? Oh, God. Whilst we're talking, I've just got that set, the set footage of on the set of Death to the Daleks going on in the background. But
they're trying to position the Daleks.
Great fun. They're all just standing.
Do they have to
looking.
flash their lights to identify which one's which or something?
I've not got to that bit yet.
Manager.
At the moment, I've got to the bit where they're in front of the ship, CSO'd, and John Pertwee looks very bored. They go, I just want to go. God, blimey.
He gets very tetchy in the episode 3 bit where he's saying goodbye to Sarah when he's going into the city and she's going off with Jill.
I wonder why.
There's a lot of outtakes where he's annoyed that someone's in his eye line or something. Although I know that's in Claws of Axos, isn't it? But anyway, he does forget the lines and he doesn't laugh it off. He's got a look on his face like, oh, God.
Thank God I'm leaving. Thank God. What I love about this is you get all these blokes walking around on set with massive flares, and it's amazing. And you see when you see the people, they're just the most 70s looking people. You got the sort of 20 minutes of just really hilariously 70s people. But yes, anyway, I can't go on anymore because...
Well, can't you?
I'll send you all to sleep, I think.
Do go
I'll
on.
send you all to sleep. That way leads to bed.
Where are we going next in the TARDIS?
Well,
somewhere else you'll fit in, Bilal. Tesco's.
yes, in the vegetables section. I think they'll mistake you for a marrow. I love him.
With glasses.
With glasses, yeah. So I'd take him down my local supermarket. I expect he'll fit in. A lot of strange characters there.
God, my wife has just texted to ask if I've finished recording.
Perfect
She
timing.
probably wants dinner, I would imagine. Listen, Tim Beddoes of Network Distribution.
I do, yes.
He gave us the Staff Iron Steel.
Staffordshire Steel.
We reviewed the other week. We gave him a huge list of things that we would like. What's the URL for networkonair.com? Is that right?
You got it. Well done. Well done.
That's good. Well, have a look there for some great
Superb.
some great DVDs of cult TV, all the stuff we're watching. So let's pick something from that long list if you can remember it.
Yes, I've got it on my phone. Hold on.
And hopefully we'll
Got it on my phone, yes.
and we'll talk about it next week.
Yeah, I thought quite. Let me find
Yes.
it. Oh, gosh, it's a very long list, isn't it? Crikey.
Oh, that's Jamie Anderson saying that he was sorry he couldn't speak today.
Bless him. Well, it's his birthday. He's allowed, isn't he?
Well, that's a bit of a time dilation effect thing, because this is a week after it was his birthday. A week after, a week after, a week after. What, you mean you're recording all the podcasts in one block, Nick? Yes.
That is correct. Correct.
Correct.
Well, I
What do you
mean,
want to choose?
there's so much to choose from, isn't it? I suppose a logical one is, haven't they got that? They've got the Sweeney film, haven't they, or something on there?
The Sweeney film.
But there's the series
There's
of the
two
Sweeney.
Sweeney films.
There's two
Yeah.
Sweeney films, or isn't there three if you technically count Regan?
Which is the
There's
sort of
one.
pilot episode.
So we could either watch the first episode of the Sweeney, which I've already got on DVD, or we could watch the Sweeney film, which I believe they've just released actually.
Really?
Or yeah, I think they've just released that.
Well, let's...
Or we could watch
Well, let's say we'll watch the Sweeney film. It's the one.
good
Is it
idea.
just called Sweeney?
Let me have a look.
I mean, the original one, not the one.
Yeah,
with-
the original film here is just called Sweeney.
Well, let's watch that. But if we can't get it in time, we've both already got the Sweeney TV series, so we could watch
We
the
have.
first episode. So
We
one or the other
certainly
will
have.
do, depending on availability.
Yes, I think that's a jolly good idea. Well, in that case, then Sweeney it is.
Lovely. Well, there we have it.
Yes, that's
That's
the one
all for this week.
That's
I hope
the
you
badger.
enjoyed Death of the Daleks.
Yes, and do let us know. Write into podcast@nicholasbriggs.com. Let us know what you think. Any ideas for things that we could visit in the future? Any ideas for future commentaries? Things like that. Let us know. So from me, it's goodbye. That was the goodbye bell.
Keep getting texts. Who's this one from?
Arnold Yarrow saying, yes, I loved playing Bilal. I'm still in the role now. No, not now.
It's goodbye from me, Nick Briggs. Bye. Bye. Pressing stop now. Ka-chunk. Stop, don't move.